minutes and we'll have 15 seconds off to get ready for the next activity. And you guys got enough in your little toolbox. If you don't like anything that we're doing, just change it up and do something else, okay? So you keep moving. We're going to start on the floor with some toe tap teasers.
Okay, mute yourself, everybody. Jan, are we okay with just bare feet?
As long as you can. The only reason I say unless you have a mat, because if you're in your bare feet, your feet might slip on the rug when you've got to sort of anchor them in when we're doing some back stuff. That might be my only suggestion why. You know, because the sneakers sort of grab onto the rug a little bit better.
Okay, thanks. Mute yourself, everybody, please.
So sitting down on the floor, we're going to start off our first exercise of our circuit. 5 exercises per circuit, 3 circuits, 2 times through, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So, and again, just do the best that you can. That's all we ask. So we're going to start off holding the ball out in front, leaning back slightly, and we're going to just take our right foot up and tap and left. So you can feel your core engaging, and you might even do a little isometric exercise on those arms with a little squeeze right here. So I'm lifting so that like my shoelaces tap up to the ball. The higher up I bring the ball, the higher I have to bring that leg. I can lean back a little bit more to give me more engagement in my core. The whole time I want to pull my belly in. Okay, keep it nice and tight. Keep your shoulders pulled back up behind your ear or below your ears, and make sure you're breathing and not holding your breath. So this subtle little movement, I'm sure you're starting to feel it in your core a little bit. Okay, so here we go. I'm not ringing here. All right, we're going to do a half moon now. So you're going to be on your knees. I want you to lift up the ball here. And we're just going to do some side bends. So we're going to do a half moon to the right and then to the left. So although this is working the core, we're sort of just warming up sort of gradually, and we'll get a little bit more difficult with, you know, the other exercises that we do. So we're just starting sort of nice and easy. If you want to stay up on your knees, if you want to sit back on your legs, okay, whatever, but we're trying to stay nice and straight on up, stay on the same plane so that that ball is working in between those 2 pieces of glass. See if you can come all the way over on the left side and all the way over on the right side. Pull that belly in. And the next one we're going to do is a pec squeeze and a bicep squeeze. So still on your knees, I want you to take the ball and we're going to squeeze for 5 seconds and release for 5 seconds and squeeze, and then we'll do the same thing with our biceps. So we're going to just squeeze 2, 3, 4, release. Squeeze 2, 3, 4, release. Now we're going to bicep curl. Squeeze and curl. Squeeze it down. One more time. Keep squeezing. Squeeze it. And down. And release. And then go squeeze 2, 3, 4, release. And squeeze 2, 3, 4, release. And then keep that squeeze going. Bicep curl. So you're probably going to get a little shake in those muscles going on. Squeeze as hard as you can. Squeeze. Release. And again, squeeze 2, 3, 4, release. And that's it for that. So we're going to do stir the pot next. You're going to put the ball out in front of you. Place your forearms on the ball, and we're going to come up into a plank position on our knees though. So if you need to keep your butt up, you can. Otherwise, we're going to lower in here. I want you to circle, make a circle like you're stirring a big pot of stew in one direction and then back in the other. So if you can extend those arms all the way out, so you're really coming into a big plank there. But if you can only come just in a little stir, that's fine. Whatever you can, but you can feel those core muscles working the obliques and the front. Keep that breath going as I circle in one direction, and then I circle in the other. Circle back. And our last one here, we're going to sit up on top of the ball now, and we're going to do some sit-ups, curling up, bringing your elbow to the opposite knee. I want you to walk out, put the small of your back on the ball, keep your head lifted, hands behind, and I'm going to twist, elbow to knee, twist, and twist. Being mindful to exhale when I come up, and it's a good idea not to lower your head down too much lower than just even with your body, instead of taking it all the way down where the blood rushes to your head and then it empties out. So see if you can keep it level here. Exhale and exhale. Exhale, pull your belly in and keeping the small of the back onto the ball. There we go, we're almost there. And then we're going to start this over. That's 5 exercises. Our first circuit is complete. Back to the floor for our toe tap teasers. Okay, now you might feel this a little bit more now because we got some warm up going on these muscles and maybe just a little fatigue. Holding that ball out, leaning back. You're going to tap up and lower. Tap up and lower. Tap and tap. Pull your belly in. Are you feeling it? Up, tap. See if you can keep those arms nice and straight. Back nice and straight, not curved. Pull the belly in. If you want to come a little higher with the hands and bring the legs up a little higher, if you want to. Pull the belly in, release. Tap and tap and tap. Yeah, they're waking up. Tap and tap. We've got a couple more seconds left. Finish strong. See if you can finish all the way to the end. We've got one more. We're coming to that half moon. So we're going to come up onto those knees, either sitting back on your knees or all the way up. Ball up overhead. We're going to take it side to side on those little side bends here. Ball overhead and taking it over and up and over and up. Pull the belly in. Use that exhale and exhale here. Inhale. Ooh, yeah. And up. So that little weight on the end of the fingers as we're far away from our center here is just going to add a little bit extra stuff going on in those obliques here, those side love handles. Side and up and side and up and side and up. Last one on this side, last one on this side. We're going to come to that pec squeeze now. So we've got 5 seconds, and then the bicep curls. Pull your belly in. Position your hands on the sides of the ball. We're going to hold for 5 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Now keep an isometric. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze with a curl. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze down. Again, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze with a curl. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze down. Let's go back to that pec squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. And bicep curl, squeeze it up. Squeeze it down. Squeeze it harder, you guys. And down. And last one here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release out. So it's amazing, no weight or anything, just using that isometric, what we did with those muscles right there. So it was pretty good. Okay, from here, we're going to do that stir the pot. So coming into your kneeling plank, we're going to just circle around in one direction, reaching out as far as you can. Feel that core working. If you need to put a pillow underneath your knees, if you need to, you go right ahead and do that. Okay? Circle around. Use that breath knot, holding your breath, right? And circle. Yeah, you got some good weight work going on here. Circle around and reaching out in a circle. So see if you can keep your body in that plank, but if you need to, you can come up and then roll out. So you find what works for you. Circle, and then again, we're coming back to those sit-ups. So here we are, coming back up on top of the ball, sitting, walking out, small of your back, on that ball, hands behind, and here we go. We're going to bring elbow to the outside of that knee and up. Exhaling as you come. Exhale and exhale. Now, some of these things that we do, you're going to feel it in your back, and you're going to say, oh, I feel it in my back. What? You know what? That's what we want to do. We're trying to strengthen our core. We're trying to strengthen our back. So you probably are going to feel a little bit of muscle work back there, especially if you haven't been working it too much. Twisting. Start off at new circuit. Exhale as you come up. Pull your belly in. Last one here. Okay, we're going to lay on the floor. We're going to do an exercise called the dead bug. I'm going to take the ball, put it between my knees and my hands. Okay? I'm going to extend my left leg, right arm, and bring it back. Extend my right arm, left leg, and bring it back. And so it's a little bit of a mind, getting your mind doing this a little bit. So just take your time till you get your left leg, right arm. And if you want to lift that head just slightly, puts a little bit more on those abs. Okay? Reaching out and in, reaching out and in. This is called a dead bug right here. And this is a dead bug with a ball. You can also do this without a ball. And out, it's sort of the opposite of our bird dog. Reaching. Yeah, here's your last one. Good. So you feel that core coming alive a little bit. We're going to do the ball exchange. We've done this before. Ball is between your feet. Hands are overhead. You're going to take the ball out of your hands. Okay? And then lower it down. Reach up for the ball and lower down. You're going to reach up, put it in your feet, and then lower down. And lift. Now remember, if this is too hard, you can keep it in your knees and just sit up. You could just lower your legs down and come up. Okay, find some alternative. But remember, the further the ball is away from your center, the harder it's going to be. It'll be easier if I can bring that ball in closer to my core, closer to my center. Using that exhale, we're exhaling here. And we're exhaling here. Here's our last one. And down. This is going to move so fast, you guys. Now we're going to do the hamstring curls. Work on those hammies. Okay? And then again, this exercise works right here at a body part we don't use too often. So we're going to put our feet on the top of the ball. Lift your hips up. And you're going to pull into your buttocks and roll out. Into your buttocks. See if you can stay lifted here. You're going to feel that concentration all in that hamstring. And again, that muscle is a muscle we very rarely get to work. We work that quad, all the squats, all the lunges we do. We do a lot of quad work, not much on the hamstring. That's why a lot of people have hamstring pulls, because one part, the front muscle is stronger than the back muscle. So we want to get them equal if we can. Pull it in. You're going to feel this one, but you can do it. You guys are almost there. And relax. Okay, from here, we're going to do a hip raise. I better turn this off. Okay. Hold on. Okay, we're going to put our feet on top of the ball, and we're going to lift up the hips and down. And lifting up. So press your feet into the ball. And I want you, when you come up, I want you to squeeze in through your glutes. Squeeze in right here. Squeeze and lower. Squeeze. So again, if you're looking for an exercise to work your glutes, without having to do a squat to stay out of your knees, this is a great one right here too. If you're looking for an exercise to work your hamstrings, that roll-in, which we had done, that's a great one for this. So I want you to lift and lower, lift and squeeze and lower. Last one here, lift and lower. Good. And then the last one we're going to do is a Russian twist, which you've seen this before too. We're going to do it with the ball. So we're going to hold the ball in our hand, lean back. So you're going to keep a nice flat back, and we're going to twist and twist. But this time we're going to add a reach too. So we're going to touch, reach, touch, touch, reach, touch, touch, reach, touch. Okay? So we're just holding over onto that one side just a little bit, maybe challenging that oblique just a little bit longer. If you want to make this a little bit harder, you can raise those legs up as you bring them over. Okay? And you'll feel quite a difference with your legs raised. If you want to do that just for a couple times, then put them back down again, that's good. You can keep them up, that's good. If you want to keep them down, whatever works. We've got 3 more seconds here, and out to the side. Good job. All right, so we've got one more time going through that second circuit. Good job, you guys. We're going to head to that dead bug again. Knees, squeezing onto the ball, hands on the ball too, and we're going to extend the left leg, right arm. Right leg, left arm. I want you to press the small of your back into the floor, okay? And try to keep your foot, you don't have to bring it down to the ground. If you want to tap it down, you can. But if you could keep that arm and leg just hovering over top of the ground when you take it off of the ball, that's good. And again, to add a little bit more, you could bring that head up, bring your chin to your chest a little bit. Just fires up that core just a little bit more. Kicking out and in and out. From here, we're going to get into that ball exchange. So you feel that in your core here. Last one. Nice job. Keep the ball right there between your feet, lifting it up. You're going to take your hands over your head. Reach up for the ball. Grab the ball. Here we go. Grab the ball. And then lower your legs and upper body. And reaching up and down. Being very careful not to hold your breath here. I know it's tempting sometimes. And also being very careful to keep the small of your back pressed into the floor. If you find that your back is arching, I don't want you to lower your legs down. So only take it down as far as you can before your back starts coming up off the floor. Lower and reach for the ball. Lower and reach. Lower and reach. Lower and up, down. We're almost here. Last one. Down and up. Okay, drop that ball. We're going to get back to those hammies. So put your feet up on the ball. You're going to roll the ball in, your heels into your buttocks. So lift your hips up and squeeze, and then pull in, and then extend out. And in, and extend out. Oh, I'm running into all kinds of equipment here. In, and extend out, and in. Now see if you can stay lifted. If you want to take your arms from your elbows, and then so you have a little more balance going on, you can even raise your hands up and out, and then you can feel that core having to make a little adjustment too, or you can just keep those hands down and out, and in, and out, and curl it. Keep that buttocks lifted. You're doing great. And last one here, lower down. Feet are going to come on top of the ball as we lift the hips up and down, okay? So you're just going to kiss the ground here, not very much, all right? Hands by the side again if you like, and we're going to press up with those hips and squeeze, and then lower down, maybe just hovering over the ground, not really bringing it down unless you have to. Press your heels into the ball and lower, and lift, squeeze, and lower. And lift, squeeze, and lower down, and up, and lower. This half an hour is going very fast, you guys. We're almost there. Lift and lower. So you should be feeling that maybe just a little bit in that buttocks area and even in your hammies a little bit too. And lower and up, squeeze and lower and lift and lower. Lower down. Good job. Come on up. We're going to be back into that Russian twist with the reach. So pull your belly in, grabbing onto the ball, leaning back slightly, and we're going to touch. Let's just get it started. 2, 3. Now you can stay here if you like, but if you want to add the little reach, just keeps us over there a little bit. And then if you want to adding that leg extension, legs up off the ground, that would be the ultimate. Over, reach and back, and over. Good. And up, and over, reaching over. So this ball adds a little bit of weight, okay? So it's actually going to be challenging that core a little bit more. Here's your last one. Okay, we're moving on to circuit 3, 2 times through, and then we're all finished with this. We're going to go into bird dog, and you know what one that is. We're going to be on our stomach. You're going to raise your right leg, left hand. Pull your belly in, and here we go. Lift, thumb is up. So I want you to put your thumb up towards the sky, and lower down. Squeeze up, flexing the foot, and lower down. Lift. Now my head shouldn't be lifted up. I should have my spine and my neck and my head all in a line here. So I'm looking down to the ground, okay? Squeeze up. So we're doing quite a bit of core, quite a bit of back exercises, getting into that back, which is great. Here we go, lifting up, lower down, up and lower, up and lower. Here's your last one, lift and lower. I don't know where that 45 seconds goes, but it goes awful fast. Okay, we're going to sit back on our ball again, and then we're going to walk out. I want you to walk yourself out into a bridge. So I'm on my shoulders, hands on my hips here. I'm going to take my hips down and thrust them up and down and up and down. Now, when you're up there, squeeze. I want you to squeeze your glutes here. I'm not touching all the way down to the ground, okay? If you want to keep your hands here for more stability, you could just put them on your hips if you like. Down, squeeze, and down, squeeze. See if you can get the most out of this that you can. Lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze up. Good. Down and up and down. And squeeze it up. Squeeze it. And last one there. Good. I forget what this one is. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. On your back, we're going to put the ball between our legs. Legs up overhead. I want you to squeeze. We're going to reach and reach and reach. And if you want, you could take both hands to the left leg, both to the center, both to the right leg, both to the center, then center. Exhale to the right leg, center and left. Now, can you keep it isometric on that ball? Center, let's go left again, so that I'm squeezing, working your thighs at the same time. That core is working. Lift it and left. And center, and right, and get up there, and right, and lower down. Okay, we're going to do bear plank, or you have a choice. If you want to do push-ups, if you want to do some push-ups, you're going to walk out on the ball and do some push-ups, or you'll do a bear plank, which is pulling those knees in. So you can either push up, or you can take those knees and squeeze them in, and come back out again. In and out. And squeeze in. You could be on your thighs here. You could be on your knees here. You could be on your toes. And when you're doing your push-ups, you could be close to the ball or far away or medium or somewhere in between. Whatever works for you, you guys, okay? So when you come in, squeeze here. I want you to really contract those abs. Pull it in and out. And in, squeeze, and out. In and out. Here's your last one. In and out. So we have one more exercise in this circuit, and that's an IYT. So I'm going to be here. I'm going to lift up, arms straight. So anchor your feet in the ground. I'm going to lift up here and lower. Come out to a Y and lower. Come out to a T and lower. I want my thumbs up, Y, and I, and Y, and T. Back to Y, I, and just a momentary hold there. Momentary hold, and side. Yeah. And wide, and I, and last one, your Y. Keep that back rounded just a little. We're coming back to that bird dog, so you know what's going on here. All right. In position, your knees are down. Underneath your, oh no, your knees are up, sorry. So here we go. Right arm, left leg, thumbs pointing up and lower. Head is in a neutral position, remember, looking down. Spine is nice and straight. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Squeeze, and lower. So I want my arm, just coming straight out from my shoulder, my leg coming straight up from my hip. So when I raise my arm and my leg, I've got a straight arm, a straight line running from that hand all the way through my heel. Feeling that in your lower back. If you're getting that leg up nice, and that's what you want to challenge that lower back. Challenge it. Lift it and lower. Last one here. Lift it and lower. Very nice. We're going to do those hip thrusts. So come around the ball. Position yourself. Walk yourself out so that I'm in a bridge, right? I've got my shoulders on the ball, hands on my hips. I'm going to lower and lift, squeeze. And if you want to make this a little more difficult, I can cross my right leg over and do a one-legged one for a little bit. Squeeze and lower and lift. I'll do one more, and then I'm going to switch to the other side and lift, down and up and down. Squeeze up, and if you want to put your hands down for balance, down, squeeze. So now I've got all that weight on one glute here, down and up and down and up and lower down. Very nice, you guys. We've got two more exercises and then we're all finished. Back to your bear plank or your push-ups or a combination of a bear plank and a push-up. So whatever works for you. I'm going to stick with the bear planks. So I'm coming squeezing in and out. I'm going to try to get on my toes, okay, which is going to challenge me a little bit more. Woohoo! And out. Squeeze and out. Or push up, push down, go down and up. Or both and out. In and out. In, and try not to let your back sag here. I want to keep a nice plank straight, so keep those hips lifted up. In, squeeze, and out, and in, and out. And here's your last one here, and out. Drop those knees. Last exercise is I, Y, T. Okay? So anchoring those feet in the floor, legs are wide. Let's start off with an I, Y, T. Okay, now I'm going to throw it out to you. T. See if you can remember the letter. I, T. I'll try to mess you up. Full Y. Give me another Y. Y, I, T, T, I, T, Y, and the last I. Nice job. And we're not really cooling down, but let's just, just stretch out that back just a little bit. So come onto your knees, push out like you're in a child's pose right here. Walk the fingertips out. Press through that back. Come on up. I want you to round in your back. Give me a little cat-cow here. That's going to feel pretty good. Turn that buttocks up. Turn it in and down and in. And come up to your feet. And one last down dog. Sorry, you guys, but that's going to feel good on your back, stretching out in that back. Oh, yeah, feels good. And coming up, have a seat on your ball. Inhale up. Exhale down. You guys are awesome. Inhale up. You did your body good today. Good job.